Mystic GLoLady here. Hello, can you see me? I was beginning to wonder. My camera and its focus sometimes, what can I say? Okay, how is it going, Sagittarius? This is your divinatory reading for October 2015. And yes, this is another new format. I hope that you like this one. This is easiest, hopefully, for me to be able to produce a reading for you every month. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and if you would like a personal reading, please let me know. I love to do readings. It's a passion of mine. I love helping people. And this is a general reading for Sagittarius, which means I'm going to put you into the first house, and that's what the whole chart's going to follow. Now, if it were your birth chart, your ascendant would go into your first house, and that's what would set it up. So if by doing this and you don't quite relate, then find out what your time of birth was, your ascendant sign, and listen to that also. Okay? So, Sagittarius, let's shuffle a couple more and see what the energy that we have to work to put beneath us this month. And that is, woohoo, 7 of Wands, the Valor. You've been working hard. That's cool, Sagittarius. People think that you're just such a fun-loving person, but no, you work hard. Sagittarius, the sign of, or the symbol of IC, and you also have Saturn in there. So Saturn is going to be teaching you lessons, all right? Saturn's going to be there for a couple of years, and Saturn's that lord of karma. Who are you? Are you getting to know who you really are, Sagittarius? Now, in your first house, you have the Hermit. And that's kind of like a good thing, considering that Saturn's there, because you are really thinking, who am I? Who am I? What am I? The Saturn that always sees, or the Sagittarius that always sees, it's like, maybe I do have to look at myself a little bit closer, all right? In the second house of finances, possessions, you have the energy of Capricorn, the I use. And Pluto is in there. Now, Pluto's going to be there for a while, so it's going to be going over your finances, over your financial house. And what needs to be changed in your financial house? Okay? You have the 4 of Wands, the perfected work. So the work to make money, and Saturn's there. So if you have learned the lessons in how to make money, are you helping other people learn that lesson also? In your third house, of short distance travel, of communications, you have Aquarius, the I know energy. Do you also have that I know attitude in communicating with other people? We have the King of Cups. Emotions. I know. Communications, travel. It looks like the communications are going to be happy ones. It looks like the travel is going to be for a happy reason. Now, in the fourth house of home, mother, sacred space, you have Pisces, the I believe. And you also have Neptune, the illusions, delusions, and Neptune is retrograde. So the truth is more being revealed. Now, in the 4th house, you have the 9 of Swords, okay? The despair and cruelty. The 9 of Swords in your 4th house. What needs to be fixed in your home? All right? Are you believing everyone when they tell you something and that's what needs to be fixed? Is there people who were fixing your home and did not, they didn't do a good job? In your 5th house, you have Aries. Aries is the I am. I am. Aries is first out of the box. All right, now this is 5th house. Fun, creativity, sex, children, family resources. You have Uranus in there also. Uranus, that change, unexpected change, freedom. It is retrograde. So the individual nonconformist. What are you not conforming to? Queen of Wands, what are you not conforming to? I am boss. I am boss. Is that what's bringing you problems in your 4th house? Because it's, I am boss. Okay? Your 4th house is I believe. 5th house is I am. I believe I am boss. Okay. In your 6th house. In your 6th house of work, health, daily routine, you have the energy of Taurus, all right, the I have. Now, we also have the full moon in Taurus on the 27th, so that's, you know, getting rid of what's not working. Now, you have the devil in there, all right, the devil in there, the chaos. So if you're dealing with your work, your health, and you have chaos that is in there, that's something that you might want to let me take an eye, get an eye on this one. And if it's work continuing, you know, I believe I am, I have. So if your opinion, if what you think is true and correct, then stand upon that belief. If you think, all right, I believe, if I think, I believe that I am correct on everything, maybe that might be what it is. Maybe you have to relook at that, all right? Now, in your 7th house, in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, you have Gemini. Gemini is the I think. And you have the 2 of Swords, the peace restored. Relationships, partnerships, okay? The communication with partnerships is good. So I'm going to keep going. I mean, these are all pieces of your puzzle. And once the whole picture, whole puzzle is laid out, it's much easier to identify exactly what that one piece, you know, what that one piece means, what that one piece is telling us, okay? I mean, we can see it's the color of, it's the shape of, but where does it fit into the whole thing, okay? Now, Cancer. Cancer is that I feel energy, and it's in your 8th house, your 8th house of other people's money, your inheritance, death, taxes, past life relationships, and you have the Hanged Man. So, Cancer, I feel. Do you feel like you're being crucified? Is that you really, or is that you're doing, okay? The self-crucifixion, hanging yourself by the foot when you can cut yourself down, dealing with other people's money. Are you counting on other people's money and you really shouldn't? Are you dealing with other people's money in a fashion that is at detriment to you? Okay? Don't give or don't take what is yours. Let me see, how do I put that? Not don't take what is yours. Help me out, please. When dealing with other people's money, don't cut yourself short. Don't be the martyr. For what reason do you have to cut yourself short? Alright? In the 9th house, of long distance travel, higher learning, spiritual quests, you have Leo energy in there, the I will, and you also have Venus, that goddess of love and beauty. Now, Venus is in there until the 9th, and then it's going into Virgo. So at the beginning of the month, you have the Princess of Swords in the 9th house. Are you talking about learning? Are you thinking about a spiritual quest? But Leo's in there, and it's the I will. What is it that you want to do? You know, do you want to take that trip? Do you want to learn? Do you want to go back to school? Venus is in there, and it's going to be going into your career house. Alright? Your career house, and Mars is already there. Work. You know, Venus, love. You know, Venus, female. Mars, male. Mars, energy. Mars, work. In your career. What is it in your career? You have the 9 of Wands. The strife. What is it that is not working in your career house? Now, in your career house, you have Virgo. So Virgo is the I analyze. What are you analyzing going on in your career house? Now, you also have the sun there. The sun is shining a spotlight on your career. The sun is going to be going into Libra on the 24th, but Jupiter's there. Jupiter's going to be multiplying your career for another year. So Jupiter is going to be multiplying in your career house. What are you creating? What are you doing in your career house? Okay? Because we've got Jupiter, we've got Mars, we're going to have Venus. We're going to be making lots of love going on in your career house. So what is that holdup? What is that holdup? You have all that energy. All that energy. Yes, you deserve it. Yes, sometimes you might be a pain in the butt. You know, sometimes you might be cheap. But that doesn't mean that you're not a good person. Seriously. Okay? So what is it that needs worked upon in your career house that is holding you back? In your 11th house, you have Libra. That is the I balance. The 11th house is your friends and associates, your hopes and wishes. So what are you balancing? What your friends want, what you want? You have Mercury in there. And Mercury is retrograde at the beginning. It will be going direct on the 9th at 0 degrees of Libra. So the communication, the balance in the communication. Now you also have a new moon in there. Okay, new moon in Libra on the 12th, 13th, depending on where you live. And what's new? What's new? What's new emotions? What's new beginnings? You have the 6 of Wands, the victory. Okay, so with the new beginnings, it's like, okay, yeah, I've gone through. You know, I took a break. You know, I was that hermit. I looked at me honestly, and I saw, wow, I really am nice. I really am good. Okay, yeah. Now, Sagittarius, you have a hard time settling down. I mean, that's one thing for sure. Sagittarius has a hard time settling down. And balancing your friends, where is that balance affecting your career? You know, that's what we're going to get to by the end. All right, you ready? Because now we're on the 12th house, and Scorpio's in there. Scorpio, the I desire. All right, 12th house. Hidden enemies, secrets, jails, institutions, karma. Okay, it's that stuff that people. It's the closet. It's the skeleton closet of your chart. Yep. Looks like justice to me. Yeah. So, I desire justice in the 12th house. You desire bringing things out into the public's eye. Where is that holdup? You haven't. You are waiting for approval to go forward. Why is that? Why are you waiting for approval from someone else? Is it what, you're waiting for other people's money? Somebody had promised you and you're waiting for it and it still hasn't come in, but you are still believing that they are coming? You know, it's no. It's not all. It's This month is definitely not about money. This month it's about working on you. Okay. Where are you being a devil? A devil in your life, as well as others. You know, where is that chaos? Where is that chaos happening? You know, how can you identify that chaos and then end it? You know, what's working, what's not working, okay? And putting an end to what's not working. All right? Cuz it's not making you happy. All right? So let's see. Let's go back over and make sure that I have it correct. You do like to help people, but make sure that when you're helping them, that you're not enabling them to continue in a destructive fashion. Because if you're helping them to continue in a destructive fashion, that's not good for them, and it's not good for you either. So if you are dealing with someone who is afflicted with alcohol, drugs, any type of a mental illness type of, it's not always beneficial if you keep enabling them, if you give them money, if you give into. So a part of is identifying it. Is that where a part of your career, you know, part of your career is going by the wayside because of the chaos that's going on that has you distracted and you cannot concentrate on your career? Okay, because like I said, this month, and I'm not seeing you, I'm not seeing where money is focused. I'm seeing other things going on outside of and coming into your home. Okay, it's like take that sabbatical, go inside and really work on yourself. When you work on yourself, then you can help work on others. But you know, just don't give and enable. That's not good for either of you. Okay, so Sagittarius, I hope that you have enjoyed your reading, and please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, see you, love you, bye.